Hello friends, welcome to Tarun IS. Today we will be discussing MCQs based on the daily current affairs of 3rd of November 2022. So let's start with the first MCQ of the day. The first question says that which of the following body publishes emission gap report? So you have to tell the body that published the emission gap report. Is it WHO, that is World Health Organization, International Energy Agency, United Nations Environment Program, and GermanWatch? The correct answer is C, that is United Nations Environment Program. You can read the explanation here. The United Nations Environment Program, it was established in the year 1972. That means post-Stockholm Convention. It has been, the headquarters is in Nairobi, Kenya. So C is the correct answer. Now let's move on to the next question. Which of the following articles of the Constitution of India gives its citizens the right to appeal for the enforcement of their fundamental right? Now, the citizens of India, they have the right that they can go to the Supreme Court or to the High Court and appeal for the enforcement of their fundamental right, and this is known as the right to constitutional remedy. So according to Article 32 of the Indian Constitution, citizens of India, they have the right to directly appeal to the Supreme Court for the enforcement of their fundamental rights. Also, Article 226 gives the same power to the High Court for the fundamental rights as well as for other legal rights. So D is the correct answer, Article 32. So you can read the explanation here. Article 32 gives power to the Supreme Court for the enforcement of the fundamental rights, that is the right to constitutional remedy. The same power has been given to the High Court under the Article 226. Let's move on to the next question. Consider the following statements regarding Indian rhino. Indian rhino is a species which is native to the Indian subcontinent. It is endangered in the IUCN Red List, and Pobitara National Park in India has the highest population of Indian rhino. Actually, the first statement is correct because yes, Indian rhino is a species which is native to the Indian subcontinent. However, it is vulnerable in IUCN Red List. The status was changed in the year 2008. Pobitara has highest density and not the population, whereas Kaziranga National Park has highest population. So therefore, the statement 2 and 3 is incorrect, only 1 is correct. So therefore, C will be our correct answer. The explanation is given here. You can read the explanation. I'll move on to the next question. Choose the correct statement regarding glyphosate. Now, what is this glyphosate? Now, glyphosate basically is a herbicide. This was in news recently because of the GM mustard that have been given approval by the JEEC, which is Genetic Approval Engineering Committee. So according to this, the GM mustard is basically resistant to this herbicide, and because glyphosate is a non-selective herbicide, it kills every plant. So the traditional mustard variety was susceptible to this herbicide, and this herbicide couldn't have been used in the field for preventing the weeds. Thus, the GM mustard, which is the hybrid mustard prepared by the University of Delhi under the leadership of the Deepak Pentel, who was the former Vice Chancellor of the University of Delhi. So this the Department of DU had created this hybrid variety by using genes from a bacteria so as to impart herbicide resistant to the plant, and therefore the weedicides can be eliminated from the field, and we can increase the yield of the mustard in the field. Thus, glyphosate is a non-selective herbicide which is also used to regulate the plant growth and ripen the specific crop. So A is our correct answer, and rest of the statements are incorrect, which is it is a gas emitted post explosion using dirty bomb. It is incorrect. It is used in making non-sticky cookware. Teflon is basically used in making non-sticky cookware. It is a chemical which is used as the disinfectant during COVID-19 pandemic. This is also incorrect. Basically, glyphosate is a herbicide. Therefore, A is our correct answer. You can read the explanation here that approximately in 28 countries glyphosate has been banned because it is considered as carcinogenic according to the WHO report. Carcinogenic means something which increases the chance of having cancer, right? So the residue of this chemical remains in the environment for up to 6 months, and India currently uses it for the weed control, and in 28 countries including USA etc. in developed countries glyphosate is banned. The question 5th about which of the following statement regarding myositis is correct. Is it a viral disease that affects the lymphatic system in children? No. This is basically polio. Polio is a viral disease which affects the lymphatic system in children. It is an autoimmune disease that affects the muscle and more commonly seen in women. This is a correct answer, but let's read the other statements as well. It is new species of insectivorous plant which is discovered from Arunachal Pradesh. No, there are insectivorous plants as well. Insectivorous plants generally grows in that soil which is deficient in nitrogen. So in order to fulfill their nitrogen requirement, the insectivorous plant, for example the Venus flytrap and pitcher plant. So these two are the variety of the insectivorous plants. They literally catch the insects, and then the juice are poured over the insect, and it is digested, and the nitrogen from the insect is then absorbed by the plant. So basically insectivorous plants are seen in the region or in the soil which is nitrogen deficient. But C is the incorrect statement. It is bioluminescence seen in some plant species. Generally bioluminescence is seen either in the species of insects, for example jugnu, that is the fireflies, and also it is seen in some varieties of mushroom or fungi. But myositis is an autoimmune disease that affects the muscle, and it is more commonly seen in women. So B is our correct answer. So you can read the explanation here that recently the Indian cinema actor Samantha Ruth Prabhu, she revealed that she suffers from a condition called myositis, and it is an autoimmune disease. I explained what autoimmune disease is in our daily current affairs. You can go to our playlist and watch that. That affects the muscle and make them swell and susceptible to pain. So this is the correct answer is B, and you can read the explanation here. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching Tarun IAS. You can get the requisite PDF from our Telegram channel. Link will be given in the description box. So have a nice day then.